Let's talk about the market moving sideways to down. What you already mentioned, that's the main catalyst, diba? But when you look
Yeah.
at other things, no, you have positive things coming out. You have S&P reaffirming our triple B plus high investment grade. So we have pretty good. We're paying our debts, naman, diba? Low debt to GDP ratio. Positive outlook there. What else, sir? Can we hope for? What else can we do apart from transparency, apart from convincing the world that, we are probing this investigation, especially from an economic productivity industry standpoint, to improve our market performance that has really been sluggish compared to the rest of Southeast Asia that hasn't actually performed that bad?
Well, I think the key here is really about looking at the private sector to show their confidence in the economy. We need to see the listed companies continue with their expansion plan despite the delays in government. That is a clear signal coming from the business sector that they are confident that we will get through this. Until such time we get to see more pledges, probably from the top tycoons in the country, then that could spur confidence. However, if we actually read the S&P ratings, we are good provided that we continue to improve on our revenues. Otherwise, there will be concerns. Now,
Profitability, sir. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead, sir.
in terms of
Yeah.
profitability, it's really all about raising revenues. So you have to understand that we have a lot of subsidies to be able to bring inflation down. We did a lot of non-monetary tools to be able to bring inflation lower. Now, as that, you have to add the free health that was presented by the president during the State of the Nation address, and other subsidies that were provided to social services that we need to do. That adds to our cost. So we need to increase revenues. So that is something so that we don't have a problem moving forward.
But is
So we need to look for that potential revenues. Yes, despite that we're still, our debt to GDP ratio has still wiggle room, but there are other external factors to consider. If we talk about OFW remittances, they're at a threat, right? Because of what's happening in uncertain policies globally. Like in the US, if you are undocumented, you pay a certain amount to be able to send money to Manila. And then, of course, you have an aging OFW, overseas Filipino workers or Filipinos working overseas that are aging. Second, the BPO is also a threat because of what's happening in the US. They want the BPOs to go back. It's only in the electronics that probably should be good for us because of the zero tariff that was recently afforded to us. And of course, you have to see a recovery in the tourism sector, which were affected not just by domestic issues, but basically external. So a lot of travel advisories to the Chinese and the Koreans to limit their travel. So again, these things are external and we can't control. The only way that we can show to the world that the Philippines is really means business is to eventually see the private sector spending more in 2026.
But Jonas, what are you hearing on the ground in terms of
Well-
the business
Well,
investors'
I guess
confidence?
there are a few Taipans that are preparing their program. Their capital raising is there to be ensure that all their projects will continue. So the first quarter could be very busy for debt issuance. So that means they're still looking at either building their war chest to prepare for their projects, or they're just making sure that their existing projects are well funded. So that, I think, is a good comfort. But what we need is a solid move from these companies to be able to show to the world that it's business as usual. We're hopeful that this transparency issue will be dealt with once we get to see the cases filed. So it's hopefully this first quarter we get to see those. because there was a deadline that the president said before Christmas. So people were hopeful, and that's the reason why you have a rally past 6,000.